I have seshed this game hard. It is that good. I recommend everyone, if you're interested in survival games in any way, shape, or form. That includes Minecraft. That includes anything remotely like that. Check this game out because it is so much fun. But that's about as far as my intro is going to go. We are Rolf, son of Rolf, and we are jumping straight into this. I just love the beginning grind of this game. I've probably said it 100 times and I'll continue to say it because it is my favourite part of games like this. We have dropped with a completely new character, so his stats are 0 in absolutely everything. We're going to have all the tutorial and everything, but let's just get to it. Should pop up here. So these are the sacrificial stones. There are currently 5 bosses in the game. I believe I haven't read, a lot of the patch notes and dev plans, etc., but I believe the final plan is to be 9 bosses. Obviously, in the 9 realms, this is the 10th realm. But currently 5 bosses. This locates your first dude, who it's not that far away. Not that far away at all. I've had multiple worlds I've dropped on where the first boss is... I had one where the first boss is literally there next to the stones. And then I've had one where it was, it was miles away over here and it was like... yeah. But that's the fun of procedurally generated maps. So Hugin there, the little Valkyrie, is just going to give you little tips about how to make stuff. Pro tip, I say pro tip like it's an actual pro tip, it's just grab everything as you go. And that goes for any survival game anywhere. Like, I just loot gremlin stuff. And in the process of loot gremlining it away, I usually always have the materials I need by the time I need them. Nice. We have off to a good start already because we've got beehive in there that we'll hopefully get a queen bee from. Love a good oak tree because we get lots of fine wood from that once we get a decent axe. I'm probably going to build, just for sake of convenience, always build something next to the standing stones just because I always like to start out like that. But let's quickly build. Oh, we need 4 stones. I've only got 2. I quickly want to throw together an axe so that I can go and beat up that pig. And start getting some leather and meat in. Boom, sneak attack, 1 shot. So yeah, I don't really... Oh, nice, got one of these here as well. These will have little buried treasures underneath. Some necktails. So yeah, I think I'm just going to run around and just grab a load of resources up now. I've got... I might throw down some chests first, actually, just so that I can get stamina. I might throw a couple of chests down just so that I can be dumping things in and out. But I also just want to have a little run around first because it doesn't look like the closest bit of ocean appears to be down there. And we need to find some riverbanks to get us some flint because that is a important starting material. I guess I found enough now, so I'm going to eat a berry and I'm going to eat a mushroom. Just to slowly start grinding that health up. I try to eat as few sort of berries and mushrooms as possible early game, just because if you're just constantly, they don't last long in terms of giving you food and stamina and boosts, but if you're just constantly munching on them, you obviously run them down, and then later on when you need lots of them for things like potions, they are scarce. So I don't really know how long I'm going to be playing this one for. I guess ultimately the objective is probably going to be, defeat all 5 bosses, but that does require an awful lot of grinding. And having done it, oh shit, there's a beehive there as well. Having done it like twice already, by the time, like, it just requires a lot of metal grinding towards the later game, and that's the point where I start to go, yeah, this is less fun. Like, it's so much more fun when you're doing it with a group of people because you have a better objective. It's like, well, I'm doing this for the sake of the group, not just for, playing for myself. So I get a little bit more sort of like motivation and that lot too. So I just got, there's another beehive up there. Actually, I've got 41 health. I'll probably just tank this one. I don't think we're even hitting it though. Might have to build a little platform up or something, but regardless, what was I saying? I was saying something pointless, I'm sure. Oh yeah, like having played it through like twice, and as I say, that's why I've managed to put 227 hours in. I don't particularly know. I don't know whether I have the time and patience to do it again, because as I'm sure I've mentioned multiple times before, I should be doing a master's dissertation, and although I am now starting to do it, and I've got about 2,000 words down on my dissertation proposal, I'm still massively procrastinating with this, and I don't know whether it's a good idea to sort of commit to myself here and now, be like, right, you're going to play this and defeat all 5 bosses. So I'm not going to make that promise that that's as far as we'll get in this, but we'll go as far as we go. We'll go as far as until I get bored. That's the best way I can put it. Right, water, necktails, and flint. Necktails, like I say, dual purpose. They're obviously good food early game, and you do need a lot of them for potions and that later on. I think it's one of the healing potions that you need necktails for. So it has everything with this game. Just loot gremlin it all away. The beautiful thing about this game compared to a lot of other survival games is that there is no like drop timer. Things stay on the ground. If they drop, they drop. They'll just stay there until you pick them up. So it is, you don't have to worry about, building storage units and about if you die and your stuff's going to despawn, which is pretty nice. Limit the amount of stones I pick up and just get flint, preferably. Because I'm not near my weight limit, but I will soon get near my weight limit if I just pick up wood and that lot willy-nilly. But I use a lot of flint in the early games because I'm making flint head arrows, so I just need a lot of flint. And stone you can get anywhere once you get pickaxe, just start digging. You should have goodies in you. And when I say goodies, I mean a mushroom. We're not getting there, is that trait? I mean, there might be something in there if I dig, but I haven't got a pick yet. Oh yeah, pigs are scared of fire. Which I haven't really worked out whether there's a use for it yet. You can't seem to be able to cajole them in the same direction with fire, so I think it's just really annoying as well for having them in your base, because they just occasionally just get scared when they wander next to a campfire, and you're just like, wow, can you not? Having a quick look at the map, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to ring around here, and we're going to see what we come up with around here, whether there's anything interesting. Slowly start to map out our surroundings. Now we are going quite far away from the general direction that I want to be going in. So we're now going to start to sort of loop around and just see what's going on up the other side. Because I don't particularly want to just continue, because if we look, it doesn't exactly look like it's ending anytime soon. It just sort of goes on into Black Forest. But there's got to be Black Forest closer to that than that. So I'm going to drop a little mark there and just go BF. So for future reference, if I don't find any other Black Forest, there is a bit down there. But there's got to be Black Forest closer than that, I reckon. But it's starting to get dark. Just had to watch my health there to make sure that I'm not going to die, which I actually might. Come on, poison wear off. But it was all worth it, because we've got ourselves a queen bee. With a queen bee, we can put a beehive down. With a beehive, we can make our own honey. We don't have to have a Black Forest marker, so it's actually a little further down there. With a queen bee, we can then make our own honey. I don't think the drop rate's 100%, because there's been times where I've hit beehives and haven't got a queen bee. So, always good to get a few. I think this looks like the edge of the mountain on the map. So we're obviously not going to be able to go all the way up here, because we'll freeze. But I do believe that is mountain biome, which is quite dope. Which means potentially there's going to be some silver up there for us. But that's a long way off. Don't need to be thinking about that yet.